Brilliant. And last night, the 1 millionth ticket holder entered the ABBA arena to say thank you for the music and to sing their heart out.
Well, the man they need to thank is sat right here now with us. It's ABBA songwriter, brains behind the band. Björn is here, proper icon. It's lovely to see you. Some very, very excited people here today to have you in. When you look at that and talk to people who've been, I mean, this is a truly breathtaking experience and a real achievement technically. I suppose you couldn't possibly have done this until the technology caught up.
No, exactly. So we're very, very happy to be. The timing is completely right because they could actually do it now. Because the secret is that people feel a presence. There's a presence in the room, even though people are looking at screens. And people know that they're looking at screens, but their feelings tell them, no, they're there.
Yeah.
And they just give up in the end. The intellect gives up and yields to emotion.
Just accept it.
Yes,
We've done it. It's very good. Just go with it.
Yeah.
So you, what I find really interesting is that you obviously had a choice at what point you would be yourselves on screen, but you thought it'd be a lot more interesting to be the younger you.
Yeah. We thought when we were introduced to the idea of making digital copies of ourselves and let them, sing our songs, we thought, well, what age would be interesting? And we thought in the end that it would be most interesting to revisit when we were at our peak,
Wow.
when bursting with energy and exploding with creativity. And that was around 79, 80, 78, 79, 80.
How incredible to be able to do that.
Well, I mean, it's incredibly clever. And so for you what was it like? Because you can't do this without getting back together again. And the whole world wanted that to happen anyway, multiple times. we were promised it was rumoured.
Yeah.
But so when you're back in the room and it's a massive project, what was it like to be back?
Well, I guess we felt that most of all when we actually recorded a couple of new songs for the project. But because we thought, OK, we're doing a concert. We would have written a couple of new songs had we gone on a concert tour. And then we asked the ladies, would you be up to just try it out? Let's see what happens if we go into a studio again after almost 40 years. And Benny and I wrote a couple of songs. They liked them. And the first time we met in that studio environment that was so familiar and yet so surreal that the four of us looked around and kind of, yes, there she is and there he is and this, but this is, and it was just, 10 seconds ago. Yeah. It was yesterday.
Crazy.
And I gave out sheets of lyrics and we played the backing track as we used to and sang the song together a couple of times, made notes and stuff. And the ladies went into the studio proper and stood in front of those microphones face to face, as they always did. And then, that moment, they started to sing, and it was ABBA.
Wow.
Even though it was 40 years later.
Yeah. And so, to do something like this, amazing that everybody got together and the one thing with you guys was always quality. Everything was quality. The songs are quality. They've stood the test of time. Although I think when you actually won Eurovision and thought, this is going to last a couple of years and I can't imagine it's going to happen. And then when you broke up, you thought, there's no way this is going to sustain. No. So the quality of it has sustained you. But with something like this, it was a risk. You could have, lost everything doing this.
Well, it could have gone badly wrong, because in the beginning it was just a vague idea, just a vague vision of you could do something with copies of yourself on a stage, and it wasn't actually until first preview with an audience that I knew that it worked. Before then, yes.
I suppose it's probably hard to get yourself out of it, isn't it, and separate yourself from it.
Yes, it is. And you know, it could have been that people felt they were watching a video. And that would have been catastrophic. But as it is, no, that it was the other way around.
I mean, it's, as we said before, you celebrated the millionth ticket holder last night. I mean, some achievement. Will it be staying in London indefinitely? Is that where it got a home there for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, London is a home for ABBA, and I hope that it will become an attraction that stays in London forever.
Well, the thing is that you can build another one elsewhere, perhaps.
Yes.
But you can't ever tour something like this because it's so gigantic.
No, it's too complicated. You cannot tour it.
Yeah.
But you can build replicas, and we are, you know, looking at North America and Asia at the moment. So quite possibly there will be replicas.
Well,
this will be the original.
You've got your own tube station, pretty much.
Yeah.
You've got your own theatre, Putting Mill Lane. You know, that's where you go to the you know its
you go there for ABBA.
ABBA arena. You know,
yeah, it's amazing.
And because of the success of this, do you think that other bands, other acts will, you know, try and emulate what you've done here? Because we've seen it works.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I mean, I hope people won't copy it, but will get ideas out of Voyage. And I know a lot of people my contemporaries have seen it. Like, I think Lars Ulrich from Metallica, and I know Barry Gibb has been there. Lots of people have been there.
So that's Metallica. That's the Bee Gees. What about the Beatles? What about the Stones?
Yes, I heard Mick Jagger talking about it, but I don't know if he's been there.
Well, you've planted the seed, that's for sure.
But yeah, I can so imagine someone doing something similar, but taking it a step further, perhaps.
Well, I mean, technology constantly evolving anyway. So
yeah.
We have Eurovision this year. It's back in the UK.
Yeah.
You say, I think it's. Whether you love Eurovision, don't you love it, one of the things it does, music unifies.
Yes. Yeah, I think there's a strong symbolism in that UK is hosting the Eurovision for Europe, Song for Europe, for Ukraine this year. I love the thought of that. Despite Brexit and everything, Britain is so much a part of Europe, and I think that the final in Liverpool will celebrate that.
What's your standout moments from your 1974 Waterloo experience at Eurovision? What do you remember from that?
A couple of things. I remember, funnily enough, the shuttle bus from the hotel to the actual arena, where my outfit was so tight that I couldn't sit down.
Standout moment.
I was slightly overweight. And but then I also remembered walking up and down the corridors during the voting. And suddenly Benny shouting, "Oh, we've won!" because he was watching the scoreboard.
He was better at maths.
He was better at math than me, and he knew that no one could take us at that certain moment.
Amazing.
And that was so great.
And how many points did the UK give you?
Yeah.
Well, I only learned that actually when I was guest editor at Radio 2 this. New Year's Eve or the day before. And the last surviving member of the UK jury I interviewed, And he said that the UK gave us 0 points.
We got that wrong, didn't we?
I always thought it was 12. Yeah.
You're very forgiving.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
And London is still the home of ABBA. Although in karaoke, they are the hardest songs to sing.
Are they?
Oh, they're tough.
Yeah.
They
Give me
are
a tequila
tough.
or two, I'll give it a go.
No, it's usually a wide range.
Yes,
yes.
Thank you. It's lovely to see you. Booking now until the 24th of January 2024. It's at London's ABBA Arena. It's got its own place, and it needs its own place because it is literally breathtaking. You are definitely going to enjoy your night. Our producer, Ollie, is very, very happy you're here and the best night ever. So thank you.
Great,
Thank you very much. Thank you.